My hair looks like caca. I'm just gonna invite some people. Babe, you might get an invite. I seriously did not mean to. I did. Hello. If you're hopping on, say hi so I know who's on here. If you're brand new, I am going to get back to you today. My internet went out and I was not able to message for a little while. And it caused me to not be able to... Wow, there's a lot of you guys in here at this point. Hey, girl, hey! Hey, guys! So I wanted to hop on here and be a little bit real with you guys. You guys know I love to be transparent with the team. Hello. I decided to go live in the team page about this instead of, on my actual Facebook page because, one, I don't got time for that right now. I'm going to make some muffins for Matt and Bailey and, I don't know, possibly myself. I don't know. But anyways, I want to hop on here and be so transparent because today I heard this a lot. And it's not just from, people on the team, but it's like people in general. And like the biggest phrase that I had heard today, hello, Christina girlfriend. The biggest phrase I had heard today, and it drives me nuts. And so I had to come on here and share this. And I got to talk about this really quick, okay? Not going to be a super long video. You're going to want to make sure you stay to the end because obviously I come on here to bring something of value to you. And I don't want, it's something that's like, it can be put into a short video and doesn't have to go live on a Zoom, right? So it's a lot easier to do this and it's recorded. So, provided my internet works, guys. So if you're not on this and you're not staying on it right now, then it might not repost. So you might not even be able to see the replay. So something that I heard a lot today, just a small little phrase, and I hear it all the time and it drives me nuts, is the phrase, you're so lucky. Okay. And I hear this a lot because you guys know me at this point. I am this type of person who I've got a lot of energy. I am a runner, in this business. I am a pretty high income earner in the business. I, work my butt off and, I feel like it's a lot of the times it's what's it called? Would it be misconcepted, babe? Misperceived, whatever you want to call it. People take what we have and, what our life looks like and claim it as luck. And I'm telling you guys, that's just not the case. And so I wanted to come on the team page and talk about this because I can kind of get down way more to the nitty gritty with you guys than I can on my actual Facebook. And so I want to tell you guys a little bit of my history, okay? I come from a past of, my parents being divorced at a very young age. I dealt with verbal abuse. I dealt with being with a boyfriend growing up all the way through high school. My high school sweetheart. We were abusive to each other. And, there were several occasions where, shit just got real and fists were thrown or hands were thrown or whatever you want to call it. And I dealt with that abuse. I dealt with verbal abuse. I was, sexually abused several times, growing up as an adult. Even when I was a child, I was molested. When I was like Bailey's age, I was like 4 years old when I was molested. So I went through all of that. I went through days upon days of therapy, and I went through counseling and all this stuff. It was crazy, okay? I was the worst version of myself 2 years ago. I had taken everything that was thrown at me, okay? I'm talking like all these things that I'm just telling you about, and I'm just listing off all these things that were thrown at me. I took these things and I pretty much shoved them deep down and I didn't let them out, and it caused me to be a very bitter person, okay? I became became very selfish. My ego was out of control. I didn't like myself, but I'd be damned if I'd show anybody else that I didn't like myself. I wasn't real with myself. I wasn't honest with myself. I told myself that I was fine when I really wasn't. I told everybody else that I was fine and that I was great. And I actually, a lot of the times, acted like I was better than everybody else. And in reality, that was not the case. I was drowning inside my head, guys. I live with anxiety, a severe anxiety. I've actually been diagnosed with severe anxiety and PTSD from the things that have happened to me. I remember, being sexually assaulted and the place that I was in. I remember right back to what had happened that night and running for my life. And those things stick with me in my head every single day. I'm terrified to even walk outside sometimes because of things that have happened, okay? But I pushed them so deep inside of me that I became a very bitter person. And so for the longest time, nobody around me knew how badly I was suffering inside of my head. And I was too full of pride to tell anybody what was going on. And so I just, shoved it deep down, and I played the pity me game nonstop inside my head. Like nobody understood me and nobody knew who I was. And I was the worst version of myself 2 years ago when I started this business, and I hit rock bottom. Matt and I were literally $500 in the negative with 2 different accounts, not just one, but 2 accounts. We were about to lose our home. We literally just got the foreclosure notice. Matt and I had split up. We weren't even together. For some of you guys who don't know that, we weren't even together. We had gone through a really challenging time where we didn't like who we had become. And we had Bailey, and I had postpartum depression that I had no idea about. And it was just all mental things that were going on inside my head, but I didn't realize it. And I was at the lowest of lows, and I had watched this chick on my Facebook for an entire year. And I used to work with her at a call center, actually. She had a horrible work ethic, and I knew that she had a horrible work ethic. And so I didn't believe her. I didn't believe her or anything that she said. I made fun of her for an entire year. I told everybody else that it was a scam, that she was just scamming people. This was my life, okay? I hit rock bottom, and I needed something desperately to change my life, okay? I knew that I had a really good work ethic. I knew that I was willing to do whatever it took to make it happen. I knew I needed a really good plan B, because my plan A was working 9 to 5. Not even 9 to 5. I was literally working 110 friggin' hours a week, okay? I was working 110 hours a week as a CRMA. If you guys know what that is, it's a very demanding job. And I know a lot of you guys are in this field too right now, okay? It's a very demanding job. And I was pulled in every which direction. And I not only got paid to work my own job, but I got to work other people's jobs and never get a raise for it, okay? That was my life. That's a typical life of someone who works in that field, okay? And so I was done with it. I was tired of it, and I was sick of it, and I was at my rock bottom. Matt and I, we were about to split up. Matt and I have known each other since we were 2 years old, guys. 2 years old. Crazy, right? We were going to throw it all away just because my life was I was a mess, okay? You know what's luck? Luck is, and I don't even claim it as luck, it is destiny. It is God's work, okay? Bringing this business into my life when it came to me, okay? I'm not even gonna lie to you, 2 months before I got started with this business, I was out screwing around, drinking dumb. I went to Applebee's one night, got drunk, I was the designated drunk driver, and I went to go and drive back to my girl Katie's house. And at the time, we thought it was great and dandy. We hit a patch of ice. I slid my vehicle around, landed in a ditch literally right above Lake Auburn. Okay? That was my breaking point. I needed to hit that rock bottom, and I don't know why human nature, we need to hit that rock bottom in order to go up. But if you're not feeling like you're going up, it's probably because you haven't hit that rock bottom yet. You haven't hit that point where you need to choose a why to go up, okay? That was my why. I almost died that night. And then I had to decide, okay, I need to change something. I came home. I counted my blessings. I realized what my life would be like if my child, well, not even my life, what my kids' lives would be like. Well, my kid's life at the time was Bailey, right? Would be like without me here. Or what her life was about to look like if I let shit hit the fan. If I let my fears of not getting started and going all in with this business, like what would her life look like? Matt and I would have been split up. She would have been living a separated, with separated parents. She would have been living with both parents struggling like crazy to get by. She would have been dealing with a mother who didn't care about herself and didn't care about anybody else either. That was me, okay? And so I hear this non-stop, and I heard it so many times today. I had to hop on here, guys. I just had to. You guys know me. I had to hop on here. Because luck was this business being thrown in my lap when it was. I didn't get to where I am by luck. You want to know how I got to where I am, how I got to Diamond? I worked my ass off. I stayed consistent. I took quitting off the table. I made sacrifices. So I was exhausted, okay? Exhausted. And I wanted to go to sleep so bad. I had tears rolling in my eyes because I was so tired. My eyes were drying out because I was so exhausted. And I did it anyways. That's legit what this business brings you to. If you do it and you work it and you give it all in, you give it every little bit of you, every piece that you have, okay? That's where you're going to find that $15,000 bonus. That's where you're going to find your $20,000 bonus. That's where you're going to find your $2,000. That's where you're going to find, that's where you're going to find all the big income, the residual income. It comes from the hard work that you put in, even when you don't want to, when you are at your weakest point, when you feel like you have nothing else to give, girlfriend, you do. You have more to give. And that one next message that you send, that next person that you follow up with, that could be your diamond in your chart. That could be Chelsea. That could be the Chelsea that desperately needed someone to reach back out to them. Because if you wouldn't have reached back out to her, she probably would have died, or she probably would have ended up in jail, one or the other. These people need you to reach out to them, and they need you. There's this mother out there that's just sitting there crying her eyes out because she desperately needs that money for her family, okay? You're going to be the luck that falls into her lap when she desperately needs something the most. Think about that, girl. Like it is, I'm dead serious. That's what it was. It was luck that it fell into my lap. But from there on out, it was never about the luck. I made the decision to make it happen. I made the decision to make it happen when I hit rock bottom. And I pushed and I pushed and I pushed. And the days where I didn't want to get out of bed early, I got out of bed early. The days where I didn't want to work this business at all, I worked it 10 times harder. Because I knew what my why was. I needed desperately to make this money so I could bring Matt home, so that my PTSD wasn't going crazy, okay? I needed desperately for my child to accept me again because of all the BS that I put her through, okay? And so I did it, and I did it anyways. And so when people sit there and they tell you that this business, it's either you have it or you don't have it in you, or you can't, or it's just luck of the draw. You either are that type of person or you're not that type of person. That's a load of bullshit. It's a load of bullshit. Those are limited beliefs that you're telling yourself and other people are telling you. And guess what? Those people do not pay your bills. Those people are not going to pull you out of that hole. Those people are not going to make things happen for you. You know who is? It's going to be you. And you're going to have to make the decision whether you're all in or you're all out. Because this is not the hokey pokey. You have to get all in or you have to get all out. There is no in between whatsoever. It is black and white. You're either doing it or you're not doing it. There is no such thing as trying. You're either all in and you're willing to stay up late and wake up early and make shit happen, or you're not willing to and nothing is going to happen for you. So you have to make that decision, and it's not about luck. It's not about being that certain type of person. It's about finding your reason why, your purpose. What's your purpose here? What are you doing? Because God's putting it in your head over and over and over again, waiting for you to take that opportunity and run with it. And you just have to make the decision on what is most important to you, 100%. So I'm going to hop off here. I got to make some stuff. I got to work and I got to hustle tonight because it's only 10 o'clock. We're going to be up till 2 a.m., girlfriend. Let's go. Let's do the damn thing. I love you guys and I hope you have an amazing night.